Hey, everybody. Back again. It calls. It calls and I must answer. So today, we've got a lot of stuff to do, don't we? Here, let's take a look at the notepad. I looked around. It was a mistake. Through looking, I learn. And through learning, I suffer. All right, so first thing we're going to have to do is a bunch of just stuff. Turn off most meat production. Yeah, the digestive system is working, but we are producing a lot of animal products. Like the factory simply isn't consuming it at this point. And while this works, like this doesn't. Like we don't need the acetic acid anymore, guys. Please stop. And these aren't keeping up. So while I'm really thrilled with how much material is being made, let's not. Let's just stop this. Stop the horror. Let's go to a real low ebb for right now. I can always turn it up later. I know we don't have enough blood, but don't worry. The time of blood will return. Worry not. Soon we will feast again. All right, done. Deluxe fruit whale stuck. What does that even mean? Deluxe food. The fruit whale is stuck. Okay, what's that? What? All right, so here we are. Deluxe fish food. We're short of fish, right? Hopefully we'll get to that today. But that's fine. And you're stuck. Ah, yes, you are stuck. Unload items until target has 3,000. Load items until caravan has 2,000. What is the problem here? Oh, did you just never have it because you had too much limestone? Okay, that's a good theory. I believe in that. Just go fill up and try again, guys. Now, the problem here is we're going to keep making fruit because we don't have fish, but this is kind of a temporary problem. Filter for wet market lard. What do we suppose this means? So here's the wet market. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I moved this box for some reason, and it doesn't have BioCrud filtered properly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have to be filtered on lard properly. Lard. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we're not done here, are we? And we also reversed ourselves. What's going on? And you guys have to be decay priority decayed first. There we go. So, I'm actually not sure how this is going to go. How long does lard last? Only 2 hours? Didn't that used to be like 6 hours? Am I mistaking something here? Well, anyway, check that off. BioCrud vent on sweet syrup. Bones for sweet syrup. I remember this. This was me just looking around and then seeing something that just why. All right, so first off, we now have a supply of bones up north, so we don't have to get them from the south anymore. I think I just filled this up, right? Here. This job is given to a normal caravan. Dinosaur hungry. And then, is this all bones? Is this just bones? I can't even remember. Yes, this is all bones. So you got a job. You got to go over to the boneyard. Right here. I want you to get them bones. I want you to come right here, and I want you to empty those bones out. And you just keep on with that basically forever. There's also this shameful situation. This is weird. This vent box, like, why did I do that? I know this is wrong. And supposedly I was doing better up north. I mean, supposedly. But I see what must be done. We're gonna make a waistline going over all the way to the BioCrud processing area in the digestion system. And then saving a little space by making everything just a little more complicated overall? Sure. Sounds great. Just dump right there, no problem. Yeah, the bio-crud goes straight in. Excellent work. Great thinking. Pure, perfect design. Because truly, I intended it to be this way all along. Right? Right. So now the problem is, how do I get the bio-crud over to here? I'm venting out the back. I guess we come over. So this isn't going to look quite so neat. But it will be okay in the end. Come here, friends. Yeah, we'll pick this up. Can I do this? Yeah, I can make it work. I guess I just never thought we would be making anything out of this, which is ridiculously naive, even for me. Alright, come with me, friends. Come with me now. Come with me now. Okay, bio-crud can't hurt us anymore. And then we will just head north. We will leap. And there we go. We have a bio-crud vent. I suppose I should do something about this, right? So it's not in my inventory anymore. The bio-crud comes out, I suppose, and it comes out. It comes into here. There you go. All right, so bio-crud vent on sweet syrup, bones for sweet syrup. All right, out of whale food. And that's the same problem as yesterday. Here, let's review. The issue is we ran clean out of gastrocapacitors the other day. That's because the South Factory had stopped up. Here, see how the coal... We decided to give it a full belt of pure coal right here, and it looks like it's taking it just fine. This will be good for a while, hopefully. And then it's just replacing all of these coal fields, right? Sure looks like it. So we have all the coke in the world. Lots of coke, at least. We have coal, so hopefully the factory keeps going a little bit more. The actual bottleneck on gastrocapacitor is over here, right here, and it was simple circuits, and we're definitely flowing. Looks like we're flowing as fast as possible, actually, which is not a situation I'm going to interrupt. This is a healthy work environment full of dedicated, motivated employees. See, look, cycles out. That's all we need. And then we go look at gastrocapacitors themselves, and you are being made ever so slowly at the speed of a yellow belt. And you have not that many. Yeah, hopefully hopefully we are consuming them at a slower rate than we are producing them, or else we'll have problems. All right, and the other problem is niobium titanium, which we're going to talk to right now. So, as you know, here, I'll precap rather, for everyone who might not be totally up to speed. My goal for the last long time, build North Factory. In order to have North Factory, we have to have all the materials. So build out all the materials. All the materials to do the full proper processing stack need a whole bunch of additives. This is essentially just an additive factory over here, and some targets of opportunity. In order to get the ingredients needed to refine the raw materials, which come in down right here. Until we got to antimony over here, which is the blocker on the day, because antimony, the additive it needs is fish oil. And I was like, oh, I hadn't planned on doing that. So in order to make fish oil, you need fish food in order to raise the fish, right? In order to get fish food, you need bones. Okay, so where do you get bones? You have to engage in animal husbandry. Animal husbandry comes with a whole lot of byproducts, so you have to build a huge digestion tower to get rid of those parts of the animal that you find less than useful. And then after all that, you can finally make fish food, which I did yesterday, and advanced fish food, which I also did yesterday, which brings us in a position where we can finally start on fish. So I come over here to the field of boxes where I keep my things, and I think, the pools of water. That's not fish. That's not fish. That's fish. There are no fish here. I don't have any fish bowls. I can't make the fish farm without fish bowls. And so you look over here and you find fish farms take an alloy, and I haven't made it yet. Luckily, it's a pretty easy alloy. Just smash some titanium and niobium together and call it a day. And also, luckily, it's used in a ton of stuff, so it's not like building this is a bad thing. It definitely needs to be done. But anyway, this is what we have to do. This is niobium titanium. We need smelters. That's all. So what do I have in my inventory now? I got 2. Oh, I also got this stuff. Here. Take this away, please. We're still using yellow smelters. Here, that's probably enough, right? Maybe one more. Okay. Oh, and I also have some yellow belt on me. That's terrible. Whales are okay for the moment, as long as you don't talk to them about my concerns about their feeding schedule. All right, so what we're going to do is make niobium titanium. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it right here because we'll just be able to bring over titanium plate and we'll save a little trip on a whale. And then the rest of the niobium comes up from right here, or probably from the actual supply. Yeah, it comes from the supply and then right down here, and then we'll just draw off titanium because why not? Or maybe don't, because we have a whale doing this anyway. That's probably the better way to do things, right? All right, so we're going to just do a normal situation down here. Then we have to bring over nitrogen. It takes a lot of nitrogen, so we're going to draw a line. I think this is a bit beyond the capacity of the biofluid network, but that might just be me doubting on the biofluid when I should not. And you're going to go find a lane right here. And like that, I think. And we're just going to hope this line is open. Nitrogen's pretty useful in a lot of alloying processes. So drawing this line will have... Okay. Nope. Nope. It is not open. We're starting to get into a denser phase of the North Factory's evolution. That's exciting. I used to spend hours and hours running pipe, and, well, looks like that time has come again, huh? So I'm going to have to just make a note to myself that this line is pretty much closed. This entire, how did that manage? That's not right. Yeah, there we go. This entire rail going... Oh, see, it's even more than a little bit closed. It's too dense. I should probably go elsewhere. It doesn't help that I'm moving through the absolute densest place in the factory right now. In the process, making it even denser. But, well, I fought so hard to have this space. It would be a shame if I did not use it, right? All right, so try again. Will you make it this time? Here on Survivorship Bias, the piping network. Is this a plan, or is this just what's happening? Who can say? Okay, this is starting to get a little bit tricky. Not gonna lie. Starting to have doubts. I should go deeper over. There's no need to be so close. I left vias everywhere. I can just go down in the middle of the block, right? But I'm logistics space brained. thinking, oh, I will use the logistic space right here that I have left for myself, and this is where I will run pipes easily, and all will be clean and neat and perfect. When the true answer is I have built the entire system to all be logistic space. I should be able to run pipes straight through the center no matter what. But, apparently that's not the name of the game, huh? Alright, we've hit escape, though. I think we just gotta go like one or two more. And then we'll make the plate we need, and then we'll make a few test fish bowls, and we'll start setting up infrastructure. We're going to say that's good. Yeah, look at this. I need to start looking more and thinking sometimes. That's probably a great idea. All right, so this is a fairly important material which crunches a lot of titanium and niobium into one package. And it doesn't do it very efficiently. This is very efficient. Makes 20 duralumin a shot. That's amazing. Whereas this guy right here, I think I'm obligated to do this, right? You do something different and worse, right? That you produce 0.66 a second. Different and bad. All right, so we're doing something like this, right? And then this will come out like that, or maybe not. And we have to do this, which would be a little unfortunate. More unfortunate is the fact we have to get our actual material in. All right, so right there's material in. And then we have to get out as well. Ugh. Probably doesn't need stack inserters. Probably going to do stack inserters anyway, because I am very much stack inserter brained at this point. I wonder if I should move this over for the purposes of this area. I think the answer is probably absolutely, oh my god, I'm going to get so much lead in my inventory. This is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Here, I can do this though, right? Does this work? I suppose it works if I move real fast or clip this before it gets there. Yeah, okay, I did it. Okay. It's an idea. I've never tried this before. And then you get it on the other side of the belt like this. And then I just channel it forward, right? And I connect it back up again. And then it will go straight down. Probably not for far enough, but maybe for far enough. Yeah, that was a neat little trick, right? No, there's definitely not enough room on that belt down there to make this actually work. So it was nice to oh, and then, of course, overzealous in picking up cubes. There. Oh, it's actually going to work? It actually worked. I had a plan, and it worked. What is this strange sensation? And it wasn't enough. I was trying to avoid this situation. So I guess we only do 6 here. I put in 4 over there. And we can put in 4 right here if I'm willing to press this button. And we have a via. So I guess I'm pressing this button, right? Yeah. Bring on the cubes. Okay, so this is a little ugly, I have to say. I do love how it puts down the undergrounds exactly where they need to be. Very, very, very helpful. So down here, who likes sand casting? I hope it's you, because everyone's gotta take sand casting. All right, dune. All right, so. Power will come in here. I'll get I didn't want to put the nitrogen rail right here, but it looks like I'm going to do it, right? So you go back there, and then you do this. We have power in. And what we'll do is this will be output on the bottom. So that's fine. Then we will do this right here. There's no need for stack inserters, right? I'm simply stack inserter brained at this point. I suppose there's the idea that I'm going to turn this up to like 50 billion one day. Even that's not going to be stack inserter worthy, but stacks are so cool. Stacks are great. How can anyone deny this truth? Oh, that was uneven and sad, but whatever. It's going to be fine. Oh, I guess what's not fine is the fact I have to now navigate this situation. Okay, all that stuff I just did, we're going to do it again right here, right? Because, right here. 1, 2, 3. This has to be the out. So this is Titanium-Niobium coming out. No, that's the out on the bottom. We need ins right now. So snake belt, double belt. The in should really be on the outside. But then if the ins are on the outside, it really should be a snake belt. We have room for that here, so we don't actually have a problem, do we? Okay, so, alright, change of plans, everybody. Everyone back in the bus. What I need to do is now make a snake belt. Coming this way. This is going to be really awkward, isn't it? I'm just now thinking about what the implications of my actions are. Usually I never get to this point. This is a strange feeling for me. So right there, and then right there, and then this doesn't really work right here, does it? I mean, it does if I do. I can make it work. This really has to be the out on the outside, even though that's bad when it comes to beacons. I really want just a straight out in the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2. I wish these weren't so big. It would make all these decisions easier. And also, making these decisions easier, maybe I should be putting the inputs on this side. And then it would be cleaner. That's a pretty good idea, actually. Here, let's try that. Grab you. And then put you over here. I guess this is where you need to be. Oh yeah, so this will be better? Question mark? Because then at least we're struggling less with pipes, right? Pipes are cleaner where they are. Yeah, better idea. Now, we're going to have to bring that home, right? And behind every good idea is a little problem. And you're going to be out. And so everything will go south from here. Well, we'll make it work. And then this will be in. I'm not going to put this down quite yet. We're going to wait to align it in a second. Everyone hold on. I know you all saw that and go, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Right there. Right there. And then right there. Leave a via, which I forgot on Duralumin. So nobody tell anyone about that, okay? It'd be super embarrassing if anyone figured that out. Okay, great. This is a little too designy for me at the moment because it really doesn't rate what I'm doing here, the complexity of the system. All right, so we have a gap here. Can we use the gap? I think so. Yeah, it'll fit. You can even make it symmetrical and therefore therefore virtuous. And then like so, and you're going to be like titanium, right? And the other friend, you get to be niobium friend. Right there and right there. Good. This works. This is great. Filter, niobium. Niobium plate, please. Bang, 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 bang. And you are titanium. There we go. This is a much cleaner way of doing things. Yeah, logistics go on top of the logistics. And material goes on top of the material. That is the way of things, friends. And then right there and right there. And I probably should be giving a thought to powering this. Just a hint, though. Okay, good. And then you will come up right here, and there will be no problem, and we will have another line. Okay, excellent. And somehow, for all my measuring, this belt is in the wrong place. How absolutely glorious. I wonder how I'm doing on bot power. Just fine. Haven't asked them to do anything really intense lately, I guess. So, Koopy. Invert, and right there, right? I'm doing an 8 of these because they produce so slow, you know? All right, now the relatively fiddly part, where I have to take this and then reverse it. Actually, I need to take all of this, right? Oh, you got the pipes, never mind. Reverse it. So hard to see where to go. There, and we will trim it over there. Okay, there. We have dedicated lines for niobium and for titanium. We are ready to scale, assuming that is a thing that is going to happen. All right, so next up, we have to connect all this stuff, right? Huge. Hopefully I never have to think about this again, or at least I only have to think of it in terms of what input has stopped this time, you know? Which is the Factorio curse. All right, good. And around you go, up. And you, my friend, get to just be a belt. There. Hooked up, and I suppose what this requires, just a staple through here, and then we have to hook everything up. No, this is power. Don't do that. Don't do that. That would have been different. Different is almost always bad. We just have to come to terms with that, right? I saw it was different. I walked away in disgust. The patrician's way. I don't know if it's in line or not. I can't tell anything anymore. All right, here. Yeah, that's symmetrical. That works. All right, now, right here, pull power up. And then we program a whale. And then we go hook up the nitrogen. And then this should be going, right? Okay. Whale time. Whale party. We need, it's 2 to 1, right? Yeah, 2 to 1. So it's 6,000 and 3,000. Whale hungry. Go get 6,000 titanium plates. You could just pull them over, but, I mean, the whale's coming up here anyway. So what's the problem? Load item until caravan has titanium plate in quantity 6,000. And I want you to go get niobium. Right. Which is around here right there. Okay. Load items until we have niobium. Niobium in quantity 3,000. Great. Add destination right here. I suppose we do have to wait for a circuit condition. Then unload until target. Unload until target. Comparator equals go. Titanium again. Quantity 6,000. I wish there was a button that would just take all this and do it. It wouldn't be hard to put that logic in. Niobium. Maybe I should do that. 3,000. Like a autofill button right here. And it just goes and reads all the loading situations and then dumps them right here. It wouldn't work all of the time, but it would work much of the time. And it would work almost all the time for me. And who is the most important person in the room? Oh, that's bad. No. Who is nailing a... No. Where? The digestion system's being attacked? No. Actually killed an atomizer? How is this happening? No. No. Oh, it's a full-on raid. Oh, and I gotta get these bots back in. They're all dead, right? Look at this. What is this? Is an attack. This is I hate the factory. I hate everything going on right here. Oh wow, and I have caught their attention, haven't I? All right, any second now. Yeah, that's right. You'll catch me. Don't worry. You're gonna catch me. Oh, hey friends, where'd your yellow buddy go? Okay. All right. Okay. Calm. Be calm. We can address this wanton, blatant violation calmly. So that looks like it was a settling wave. They have encroached upon the factory. They are not irritated by the smell. This is something they just say to justify their actions. It's not real. We're gonna have to have an artillery day because of this. You realize that, right? We can't let this go. And look, and it's just straight back how it was. That atomizer is going to be gone for a while, but you didn't really. Look at that. That was a targeted assault against one of the most critical facilities in the factory. They identified, it was like they got the Death Star plans, right? And they said, well, this factory here, it is impervious to all forms of harm, except we have determined that their logistics system depends on the functioning of this specific group. And if we would send in an elite strike team and take out this, then in time, the entire facility would come to a halt and we would be able to erode it away and return it back to the, what is this? Pulsing slime mounds that are supposed to be here. Okay, I understand. See, that was... You try to be friends. You try to be friends and you try to make deals. You try to be the friendly race, building a coalition of partners from all parts of the world and galaxy. You try to bring them all together. You try to make them unify as one people. And look what happens, friends. I sense it's time for the devouring swarm. It is time to adopt highly xenophobic policies. We tried it the nice way. We did. But there's just no substitute for real, concrete communication. And so that's what we're going to have to do. Maybe not this episode. Maybe not even the next episode. But we are going to have to communicate. You know, creature to creature. In a way that we only... that only those that live... Oh, we never put in the outlet over here. So you didn't grab enough for some reason. No, you probably already output. Yeah. Okay. So there's our... Huzzah! A new material has entered the factory. I guess what we do is just this, right? Like, why not? I should probably do this, though, and line it up somehow. All right, bring it on. At least we didn't lose a ton of bots. Okay. You try to be nice. You try to be adult. You give them every chance to stay on their side of the ever-shifting line. But they can't do it. They can't do it. You know, there were people in the comments warning me, it's not going to work out. This whole peace thing that you're on about, it isn't going to work. You need to build more artillery. It's inevitable. You have to. And I'm like, no. I crave peace. I only want to live in harmony with the wonderful denizens of this horrid rock I'm stuck on. This puke-soaked, stinking ball of dust I happen to be temporarily exiled upon. Well, I'm not going to say that you were right, because that would be admitting, and I'm not going to do it. However, I am going to adjust my behavior. And I think that they are not going to enjoy the conclusions that I have reached via the cultural exchange that we have been engaged in. Okay, here we got to start a couple things going. First off, I need my fish. Special delivery of fancy alloy to my fish farms. Oh, we're too far. Fish farm where? Fish farm when? All right, here. Take it. Take it all. Make me a bunch of fish farms. And I know this is going to take a while, right? So pick you up. And then it has to feed off the sushi belt. So good. And now I have to make a receptacle. Why didn't you guys do anything about this? I need to arm you guys with guns. Why wasn't there a response from you people? I wonder if you guys can be convinced to carry and operate a missile launcher. Oh, let's check in here. Okay, so and then right here. Okay, so we're definitely accumulating them. I want to say we're making them faster than we're using them. All right, guys, you're really crowding me. Where do I put alloys? Like, that's where I put duralumin, but didn't I decide to make an entire block? Yeah, right there. Okay, so this is where Titanium-Niobium will live. And then we'll wire it up to the sushi belt because it's used in so many buildings. And we are pleased with this, right? That was a full assault group. It had to be, but there was no cause for it. It was completely unprovoked. Everyone here saw that. You saw how there was no violation of my side of the treaty. The pollution cloud was being restrained, and it was not reaching their nesting grounds. Something's new. Something's different. The frontiers have been quiet for so long, and now something new is arising out there. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe they have a leader. Maybe they have a prophet or a messiah. Maybe they think that they're strong now. Maybe I should strike first. Maybe I should do all of the artillery days. Maybe. Think maybe they're going to come in right now. Maybe they're watching and waiting right here, right? You're next. Yeah, empty cargo. And then right here, I declare your number is 1,000 because I like numbers like 1,000. We're probably going to need more than that, honestly, because it's used in so many buildings. So let's try to get ahead of that and say, yeah, this is a major component. So 2,000 it is. And here, have a snack. Now do that thing, what I have requested of you. And then lastly, we have to wire this up to the alarm system. And then we will finally have the last ingredient, what we needed in order to make fish food. Right here. And you are Titanium-Niobium. Great. All good. Now, let's review. Let's go just take a look at it, because we like looking at things. Big honking. We're going to have to, we probably should have put it right here, because it looks like we're only going to be able to put two facilities, a small one and a big one in like this. It is all working, which is good. I want you goosed. And I want that other dinosaur goosed because I want this material on the sushi belt as fast as possible in order to make my fish bowls. All right, let's go grab, well, there's probably not any here, right? Well, maybe. Let's find out. There are no fish bowls here. We have finished 3 products. And we are low on neuroprocessor. And we're probably going to be low on neuroprocessor for a while. Are we completely out of neuroprocessor? He asks. No. Do I need to put more on? Oh, yeah, we need to put more on that belt. And this guy is probably picking up, right? Yeah, he's trying to get neuroprocessor, but it's not here. Hello, Christiana. Hello, Micheletto, excuse me. And you are waiting for brains, I imagine? Yeah, right here. In line for brains. And this is not going because it is, no, it's going. No, it's going. There's brains coming by. And, oh, there's this. Yeah, here. You just go. Just take a lap. Here, I want you to deliver, no less. Because we really don't need, I really should just shut off vat brains, right? We really don't need them. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so all that is fine. It's going to be slow. We're not going to have all the parts we need this episode, maybe even the next episode. Maybe that's a hint it's time for artillery day. All right, so what are we doing here? The belt is filling up with augs. Beautiful. Actually, let's get a news report from the aug factory. Right here. 12K augs, all taking a fun ride, round in circles. You can almost hear them. Whee, they say. So long as they don't go into the end of the ride, which is, I mean, these guys are even having a blast. Whee! I hope the arm picks me next time. I hope it picks me. I hope it picks me. Oh no! But the digestive system's working out. Okay, good, right? And you're just waiting to pick up. It actually struck at the digestive system. That is terrible. And this is going moderately okay, I guess. Oh, okay, so we get to see biocrud coming through. That's nice. All right, next up, we have to make fishes. And I think the first thing to do is talk about ratios, right? Oh, and what's that thing? No, not again. Bam. Oh, dinosaur goose in time. You have picked up some. Go deliver it. And then that will get dumped on the belt and it will be moved into fish tanks. Excellent. So, what fish tanks I have? Oh, I have to go get some fishes too. So let's go handle that. Gonna need probably more, right? Probably more. Probably almost certainly more. Boom. Love the base layout. God, this factory's nice. I know I was going to connect up these walkways at some point, but it's clear that I'm never going to do it, right? Where do I grow special fishes? Isn't that over by cheese making? Oh, where I process case. Yeah, right here. Special. Why were you pulled? I'm going to need more special fishes, right? Like that's a sacrifice, right? I guess I just turned it off for reasons. All right. Then I turn it back on for reasons, right? It's the cycle of reasons. Fantastic. What I need to do now is make my way to freedom and then get rid of this fish and then get rid of this other fish. I suppose it was a little ambitious of me to divest my inventory so much. Here, you are fish what is normal. We got whales waiting. Oh, this is a problem because all that stuff's going to rot out. It can't be helped. And it's a good test of the disposal system. All right, you guys. Can we do this now? We have the deluxe fish food. Oh, it just munches level 2 fish. All right, that's fine, though. This we can do. Once we have good alien sample up here. And then once we have it, we just breed it with more good alien sample. All right, that's coming. What we're really doing here is best eggs. All right, and then stuff you full of these guys. And we just try to keep the ratios more or less consistent. And then we do best fish. And we just... This is probably overkill, what I'm doing. Because look how I've just had to turn this off. Admittedly, the factory isn't going, but still. Okay, ratio time. This produces 1.57 fish eggs a second and a bunch of trash, which I'm not happy about. Oh, big not happy about all this trash. I wish I took anything but this turd. It wasn't like this when I took it. It was edited into being like this, and then when I went to respec it during the grace period, because I saw how awful this was, it kept crashing. There was a problem with respecing. So, great. Fantastic. Oh, it's a two-way valve. That's at least nice. Anyway, you make 1.57 eggs. You eat 0.3 eggs. So just like with the augs, it is each one of these can support 5 of these. And that ratio should stay constant, right? And it takes, how many eggs? 10 eggs, and then it produces 30 fish. I don't know how you do that. That's really questionable. How do you take 10 eggs and then get 30 fish out of it? No, no. No, no, no. That's not how things work. Something's wrong. There's a hell gate in here. I don't see it. But they are definitely making demons. I wonder if it's happening like that all over the place. I know with Augs it's negative. More pups come in than come out. But that, I guess that doesn't mean there isn't a hell gate in there. Huh. Maybe. Maybe it's a good thing we're slaughtering these. Maybe. All right. So down here, this is reserved for uplifting. And more to the point, we have to get a whole bunch of windmills, right, to set this up properly. Okay, let's go do that. Bam. Probably need 40 windmills, 50 windmills, something like that. We're not going to get to fish today, actual having fish. We're going to get pretty close. Do we have any fish bowls? Are we at that point yet? No. How are we not at that point yet? We must be in massive neuroprocessor debt. Or it's just super duper slow. It's one of those. Whatever. It'll fix itself in time. I'll do an artillery day if by tomorrow I don't have the fish bowls that I need. You know? It's clear that we need it. I have to push back basically all the frontiers. Ugly. You go right there. Oh, it's so nice to put windmills down again. The factory is clean. Green and clean. Perfect and serene. It's a wonderful place to live and work and live and die. How do you get 30 fish out of 10 eggs? It is either a divine miracle or a miracle of a different nature. Oh, I'm out of vessels as per always. We're going to have to call an inquisitor about this. I've got a lot of concerns about what's going to be happening inside these fish tanks. The scientists have told me, I have the data right here, and it's not right. This is not how things should be. We need to firmly question everyone involved in this project. I came here for vessels. I gotta start taking 2 of these with me. I run out so often. I have to start making them so they start getting delivered. Okay, vessels everywhere. Vessels. All right, now 5-to-1, eh? And we're going to do something like this. And you need pressurized water. That's your support. And you need saline water. And that's fine. Lamp, filtration, biomass, 2 kinds of food, and seaweed and oxygen. Filtration, seaweed, phytoplankton. That wasn't on the other list. Okay, so we need to bring in... We can probably just bring in phytoplankton on the biofluid network. Even though it wouldn't be that hard to run a line. No, we're not going to stress biofluid if we don't have to. And I think this is going to be more later, maybe. I don't know. It's only 0.28 a second. No, we're bringing them in on biofluid. 0.28 a second is nothing. This is what biofluid is for. Give me phytoplankton. Yes, thank you. Right there. And now you go right there. How are you not hooked up? How is this area not hooked up? Are we just completely isolate over here? Guess so. We don't have this bridge in place. Okay. Can fix. And this is going to cause me problems later on. But the important part is that later on is not now. Right there. Now you're not complaining. Saline, we definitely bring it. Well, it's only 3.3 a second. And it's only 1 point, even multiplied by like 30, that's not that much. That's all within range of biofluid network stuff. So I guess we bring in everything right now on biofluid and just hope for the best. The thing is, the biofluid, it's going to use more, but the biofluid critters are going to get better. Saline. Yeah, well, whatever. It's probably best to try it this way, right? Because if it doesn't work out, I can always run a line later. But running the line first, it's hard to take backs. It uses area. There we go. So we have our fluids in place, and water's obviously conjured on the spot. And then wastewater has to get out of here, but we have a wastewater processing system just to the west. All right. Oh, there's this. I don't want to think about this. Oh, I really wish I hadn't picked that. Oh, should I just dump all the material onto this and just share? That's a pretty good idea, isn't it? But then it ties them together with that logistics, so if one jams, the other will jam. But if this jams, that means downstream is jammed. Or we're producing way too much. All right, we're going to do that. So we're going to start with, I guess, we have a lot of room down here. Okay, first, obviously, come here, fishes. We're going to get the normal system. System, comma, normal. Pick up all of this. All of that, even the hands. All the way over to here, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, do this. And then drag it over. And you go right there. So the normal system is now in place. It's completely wired wrong. But yeah, I'm definitely going to dump all the meat onto that, which means this is going to be just left open for the time being. Okay. So, fish eggs. Each one can produce 5, and let's see how many we can stuff in up here. So we're going to have to do kind of all of these all at once, right? Which is what I did before. And then it makes that's 0.91. It's one fish a second, okay? It's 1 fish a second. Then we come over here to the laughter facility, which is right here. And we say, I want you to turn fish into fish bits. Fish nuggets, right here, and you eat at 0.53. So we need to double them again. Isn't that exactly what I found over there too? So if I have a full thing of fish here, I'll need 2 full things. Well, okay, the slaughterhouses also don't have modules in them, whereas these have advanced modules for their. Well, it's going to get even better. Maybe I only do 1 fish right here. 1 area of raising fish. And then into slaughterhouses. Just like this goes right here instead. Yeah. That's probably reasonable, right? Yeah. That's probably a good idea, right? How do you compare? Fishbowl. You are smaller, substantially smaller. All right. So let's build a brick like we always do, only we don't. Okay. Don't really have enough. So we're doing one of these, only it's going to get compacted. so you'll probably just, here, don't play. And then paste. It goes like that, right? Okay. Perfect. And perfect. You all go in, and then all you go in. All right, you making fish. You be making the fish. And then we just make, it's just fish out. So all of this doesn't happen. And is there anything that can rot here? Fish eggs can rot. Okay, so you are just random trash. You're left open. So fish eggs can rot into crud. So we have our in, we have our out, and non-specific out. Okay, so you are like that. You don't exist. You are like that. And you are like that. Okay, so how do we get the fluids in? First off, let's look ahead. Fish. We have one more fish recipe coming, and that does not bring with it an additional fluid. 10 eggs go in, 40 fish come out. It's not right. There's something going wrong in there. We need to get an investigation going here. We can't just let this go. Something is happening here, and we can't just leave it alone. All right. Anyway, what I need to compare right here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to be doing this. And that kind of looks like the same recipe, right? Only it needs more food. No. What's the difference? 20 seaweed, whereas this is 10 seaweed and more filtration media. All for extra fish and faster fish. All right, that's not a terrible bargain. All right, so what we need to do is grab you and then H it, and then obviously we're going to reverse this belt. And this is going to be our unit. We're going to try to copy and paste this as much as possible. So, why aren't you correct? We have an oxygen line going right there. Perfect, right? And then equally as sublime, we have the saline rails right there, which by necessity means we take wastewater out the back. Okay, so now we have all materials in and out. Yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Do I have any fish bowls in the area? No. That's bad. Oh, wait, moved. Still hasn't finished another product, though. You're still trying to get all your materials in to catch back up. Wow. And we were out of neural. Yeah, how many? There's 200 on the belt, it looks like. But who knows where those are going. Meanwhile, how far are we from making these? It's probably close yet far, you know? All right, this I have to make, this I got. That's not hard, that's not hard. All of these just come from simple circuits. So neural processor is kind of like circuit 1.2 or 1.5, which is strange considering what it's called. You would think a neural processor would be a bigger deal than just an advanced or a complex circuit board. You'd expect that to be at a very, very complex circuit board. I'm not leaving a via here, so I have to do that. And then clippy, clippy. And then once more. And that doesn't leave us much of a gutter, does it? It's touching the rail, which makes us want to vomit. And then we can really just kind of put it right there and just kind of hope we've left enough for vias. And then obviously it goes in like this. Oh, and it fits real nice. Okay, so this is our goal. It's going to take us a very long time to get the fish bowls, though. We can always help it. Maybe we should go do that. Here. What are you? Fish farm. You need 10 neuroprocessors. So if I just go steal an entire crop of neuroprocessors and give it directly to the fish tank, that will get us most of the way where we need to be. Still going to take a lot of time. Yeah, whatever. I need. To be. Kind of here, kind of too far. Kind of yes, kind of no. Here, there. There's 18 fish farms right there. It's not enough. We're going to have to do this again. But it's a start. Come on, guys. Let's go. Should probably just take down the wall. That was probably the most effective biter raid I have ever seen. It got deep inside to a critical spot and was just gnawing on it. It required an immediate response. So I think right here. Yeah. There you go. All the neuroprocs you want. And then we just kind of let it go. And then it has to accumulate everything else. All right, that's fine. It's still going to be a couple episodes before I have all the fish. When did I stop carrying concrete on me? When I gave up on life, I suppose? All right, so this looks very tidy to me. A little off-center when it comes to the vertical. A little bit. All right, and then it is a simple matter of hooking up the input to the output in order to accomplish our goals. I'm just going the wrong way. All right, so this is what we're doing. Unfortunately, I'm not prepared. Which is very, very sad, shameful even. But it happened. Nothing to do about it. Just gotta live it down. Okay. So this is going to be different than the AUG paddocks, I think. Different / better. No, it kind of does the same thing. All right, so we're going to come up here, right? It's going to come up like this and then over and up. And then it ends up right here. We're not going to be able to get to do this little fancy turn, which is a shame. I like the little fancy turn. More to the point, we have this waistline right here, right? I suppose we don't need it. We could just process the rejects on site or just put them on the belt. That's a better idea, isn't it? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. That's not how you do it. It is 6 times 4, 24. That means we need 5 of these guys to make eggs. And I think we could probably shove that in, right? Well, I mean, of course we can. Look what's happened right up here. We're just going to do that only down here. And then we're going to support it. Nope. Well, I kind of wish that hadn't happened. Well, anyway, I did it, so no use complaining. Grab all you. And then just bring you right down here, right? Leave room, because room is nice. And you need to make eggs, friends. Oh, look, it's nice and off center. It's all different. How wonderful. All right, so we'll fix you. I bet I can just do this, right? I bet it's an equal spacing. No, it's equal, but it's offset because of the reflection. So no, that didn't work. No doing it the easy way. All right, so like that. Oh, and then we have the hell of pipes coming out the back. And there's going to be more, right? Oh, I don't want to deal with any of this stuff. You do like this. At least there's nothing back here that matters. I just left it for open logistic space. Hello, Mr. Whale. Kind of wish that wasn't a mechanic that existed. There we go. So like so, and then cap it, and then cap it. All right, so now at least we're gathering up the shameful effluent. Down here, why don't we have any phytoplankton? Why do we have nuns? Do we have any phytoplankton? Well, I know we make it, but I don't know where we store it. Don't we drag it down? We have to. Like 100% have to. Is phytoplankton stopped? I can believe. Right here. In this line we have... No, we're overflowing with phytoplankton. Well, what's the deal, guys? I guess we don't drag it down anywhere? That's sloppy work. Yeah, that shouldn't be. I should very least get it on the biofluid network, right? We can do that right here. It's not a huge problem. All right, let's go do that. It is a bit of departure from the discipline, but I can always rediscipline later on. What I will do is this. Let me take this down. Oh, it doesn't go. Oh no. So we have to use this area then. Which is unfortunate because that was critical power. Just like right there or something. And it's going to be slightly off center for now and forevermore. Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. Derp. That is not going to pass inspection. And then right here. And then we just say hello, right? It's just a provider tank. There. And then the entire thing springs to life. Okay, fine. Glad I looked right. This is not really how it's supposed to be. I suppose it's all right. I'm treating phytoplankton as a additive only instead of putting it in tanks. But phytoplankton is pretty important. I am not sure that this is a correct decision that I'm taking. All right, next. Next in lines of correct decisions I am almost certainly not taking. So we got 6 here, which can handle 30 of these guys, and we're just going to leave it like this for right now. So you need to arrange your ins and your outs. We obviously need an emergency out because of eggs, and then a normal in, and a normal out, and you're only eggs. Fish eggs, in fact. Okay, so, oh wait, we have to get fish meal out too. Super duper ugly. So you gotta be like that. Meal. And we have to find a way to process that, probably in here. I'm probably being too generous with this space, and I have to get rid of all this stuff here. I guess try to crash it into fertilizer. It doesn't even... This turd is so bad. It's just so bad. Because then I have to put in very complicated... Okay, very complicated is overstatement. Normal level complicated waste processing, which takes a lot of space. Not material processing, I swear, I cannot talk. And put them down in the bins properly. I'm just complaining at this point. Right here. Actually fits. How wonderful. All right, let's talk about our waste products since we're stuck with them for right now. You become deluxe workers' food. You know, whole live cave drock. Oh, because maggots are also involved. This is pretty intense, isn't it? 10 ammonium nitrate. That's expensive, isn't it? Anyway, so we definitely have to take the fish meal out. And fish meal can be made intentionally, right? From fish hydrolysate. And then you make fish... Oh, wait. And then you make fish emulsion and fish oil. Oh, this is just an enormous pain, isn't it? Then fish emulsion becomes fertilizer and also better fish. Ah, and you also feed it to advanced Corlex pulps. Good to know. But you never need to breed Corlexes, right? They're not meat animals. Yeah. So maybe you never need to do that. I don't know. I'm scared. We're going to make a vent here right now. You know, we're just going to dump everything into fertilizer for the moment. And when I have a need for this material, I'll revisit all of this. He claims, perhaps even convincing himself. All right, so it's going to have to be the same communication structure, right? You have to make eggs only when there's not a lot of eggs on the system. And we read the system from right here. So that means we turn off the feeder right here when there's a certain amount of eggs in the system. Like so. So let's hook this all up. And let's try to properly govern this situation. All right, you. How do we do it for augs? Let's take a look at an example. We only turn on the feeder hand when when pups are less than a number. So let's just eggs. Okay, that was wrong. Eggs are less than... Oh, okay, excuse me. I'm in the wrong place. Right here. Eggs less than... Here, let's do 75, I think. Yeah, right there, and right there. And you guys should shut off when we don't need eggs. But it also has to be asking for fish. So I guess this is fish out right here. Which is a real inconvenient spot for it. Because fish is going to go on this line and right here. So this should be fish out. I suppose there's no problem with us switching the roles, right? So you are like that now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe we just have 2 ins right here. We're probably only going to need 2 ins, right? Oh, maybe not. But anyway, this will be fish out then. Yeah, and so any fish that makes it to this point, I really don't want to do this, but I will. Then, oh, the output, it would jam. I want a jamless one. And that means a ghetto splitter like this. No, trust me, this is a good idea. This is all in the plan. It's a shame it doesn't line up. We can probably make it line up, right? Oh, we have to stop that. Maybe I need another one that's just feeding fish in. You know? I kind of believe, right? What happens if I copy and paste this right here? Are you still hooked up, Red? No, you're not. You are wired, though. Alright, so I believe I'm going to need 2 of you. So we're going to put in 2. This may just be paranoid fantasy, but that's nothing new for this channel. Okay, right there. We'll have to deal something about that soon. Okay, one more. We have power. Oh, I disconnected it. Oops. It's the opposite of what I wanted. You're good, you're good. You're all wired up, looking for the little green lights. All right, so everyone's got power now. Great. All right, so we have decided that we are going to try to outcompete this and have them all grab fish when they need fish. And then we will have this belt right here. And fortunately, it's not perfect. I don't think anyone's going to mind if I shuffle it over by 1, though. I don't think anyone's going to notice that, right? That little asymmetry. In the name of convenience right now. All right, so I want you to only grab fish. That way it's well, why would I ever care about it being non-blocking? Now that I put it that way, that's kind of dumb, isn't it? Because if it blocks because it's stuffed full of fish, then we don't make more fish, and that's a victory condition. Why am I complaining about this? Okay, logic is a thing. Logic works. So the fish go in to make fish eggs first, and then everything that's not needed for fish eggs comes around and gets put in the outbox. Great. Okay, and we're going to need to connect this right here as well because we put a splitter in. Just copy, paste, read build contents. Yeah. All right. So you're all in the news network. Fantastic. Do I have any fish bowls? How many fish bowls do I have? Oh, good. Some. I got 1. Okay. Yeah. There's going to be an artillery day coming. Just by necessity. And we're looking for niobium titanium. And it's probably pretty rare on the belt at the moment. We have made 6 fish tanks. Fantastic. Niobium titanium is contributing to the enrichment of the environment right here. Excellent. Oh, we have our full, this might actually be our first full cargo. And it's going to come over and then we've done something good today at least, right? New material on the belt is always cause for celebration. All right, so next, what I need to do is figure out how this all hooks up, right? We're going to have to do waste processing. We're going to have biocrud. So I guess, do I have a thing on me? I feel like I never picked up my box. Why do I have so much space? I suppose I'm out of belt. I suppose I've been building for quite some time. So, okay. What I now need to do is drag that over by 1. Oh, I should go get more belt. Okay. I should go get more supplies. And then we will continue hooking this up. Is personal logistics off? It is. Hello, friends. Fill my soul with light. Thank you. And get rid of this rock. We do not need rock. Thank you. Take it back. Take that away. Take the rock away. Fantastic. Next. We're going to actually be very close to having this done today, aren't we? And we're just going to not have the fish bowls to have it run. Though I suppose I could selectively install this. It doesn't have to all be here when I turn it on. That's an idea. I think I might do that. Then we'll have fish, and then that'll go into antimony, and then we can finally be free. Finally move on to something else. Is this a bad plan, what I'm doing? Because we have to also return, right? And I'm using lines that shall be used by the return. So, no, I am not doing a good thing. All right, so what happens here is, I suppose it's a couple things, right? Like having the fish come out here at the bottom is one thing. But this should really be the line to the top, right? Like this should be, the fish should come down and then they should take a special train all the way to fish heaven. And like we have fish for fish and then we have fish for juicing. So what I am doing right now is not correct. And this is going to get really tight before the end. Return is obviously important. Beginning to suspect this design is growing beyond my ability to control it. Which is always a wonderful feeling. It's so nice seeing them grow up. Hey guy, where are you? Really? Really? Alright, so there we go. Then we have our in. And then we can handle that right now. Then I think we're going to have a special out heading towards processing. It's a little tight right here. Oh, it's a lot of tight, and I'm going to have to move it. So if I'm doing it like this, I need more space down here than I need space up there. You'll see what I mean. There's a purpose to this. So grab all y'all and up, up. I think that's about all I have to do right there. And then up, up. And I have to come in right here, right? All right, so we are feeding the fish tanks. Please, friend, not now. I still don't know what causes that. The Windows chime of doom. All right, and then you go all the way over there, and then you connect up right here. And everyone's happy. Why isn't this happy? We should be coming back, right? So we're obviously disconnected on the other side. Got it. Understood. Yeah, right there. And it was simply not in range. There. Now it all lights up. Okay, so that is good. So down here we make fish eggs. How many? Too many. And then up here we turn those eggs into fish. Great. Wonderful story. Beautiful. Call Hollywood. And those fish ride the rail down here and they come straight back around. They get used for fish eggs first. Don't I handle this in the other area by separating them out? Like making the fish come in right here and then have a line of fish coming out that comes in separate. That seems like a real good idea. I'm not going to do it. So what this is going to do is this. You go right there and then into fish box. And now the madness begins, or rather returns. So right there, right there. Okay. And so now we have a pure fish line, which we could fork off right here to feed for eggs. Which we probably should do exactly that. But I guess we're not at the moment. Why am I doing balming this pressurized water line when I know full well what's about to happen here? I'll come fix it later, right? Oh. It's going to be ugly. Alright, I can fix it though. It's right there, right there. Excuse me. Why is this incongruous with your way of being? This is very tight and kind of not great. All right, so we have fish up. This is fish heading towards the laughter factory. And it looks, I mean, I don't want to throw up. And then the laughter factory will produce meat, which is waste, which will go onto the AUG meat line, and fish oil, which is main product. Right? And we have to use this fish oil with preference. So great. There's a concept of waste fish oil in the world now. Fabulous. And fish oil is used in a lot of stuff, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's used in everything. It has to go down to tanks. Oh, excuse me. Yawn. Oh, you have to feed it to Corlexes too? But the problem is you don't slaughter Corlexes, ever. It's like Corlex. It goes into a cage, and then just improve. Here, where's just a Corlex? Great. And it goes Corlexes. Corlexes go into cages, and if we pull them apart, it's just normal stuff. It's like an AUG. An AUG with less meat and more skin, but the skin's doubled. So wait, the skin's then doubled. Wow. This is the skin creature then, isn't it? Well, maybe there's a use for it. Just not right now. Anyway, I am getting off topic again. So what I'm gonna do, suppose we leave this blank. We just leave you open. Maybe this will be used in the future. I don't know. I could put the slaughterhouse down here. Should I? And then, well, I'm probably not going to be able to maintain this whole unit looking thing. And I don't want to have a big gap here. So yes, we're going to move the slaughterhouses down. And it may not be the most aesthetic, but it will work. And a lot of this intelligence right here is not going to be needed. I'll take it out later. All right, so like this. And then like that. Okay, you are processing fish. And yes, we play the fish music anyway. Oh, I should get speakers from over there too. I should have made an entire speaker line. Like a speaker system, right? Like a belt that just has speakers going across here and gets pulled across when there's less. They're needed via switch. I'm going to do that. That's too good of an idea. All right, so this doesn't happen. Oh, and I'm out of belt again. So let's go get the laughter factories. Let's pick up whatever fish bowls are available and try to focus them down on the fish egg area. And then we'll get this started soon. No fish bowls. You have made 6 products. You are life in struggle. It probably is still taking the niobium titanium over. Oh, hi friends. It is raining out and it is nasty out right now. I am happy I'm not outside. Alright, yeah, niobium titanium, and on the belt is 2K niobium titanium, so it's just flowing over here. I'm going to help. And how many neural processors do we have on here? Looks like only 154. If I run south, will I be able to steal more? Right here. You have enough in your pockets to make it worthwhile to pick your pocket. So, yes. And this goes into what? No, it gets shipped north, is what it does. And the other is it goes into gastrocapacitors or something? Fat brains or something? I forget the other use of it. Whatever. Probably not important, right? What I need... What I need is to find this place. Here in this horrible southern factory. Right here. Alright, so... yeah, you're just delivering to the north, and I want you to have a null run. And then you are making science, maybe? I don't remember what you do. Oh, you're making whales. Okay, you're definitely more important. Here, let's go grab those while I'm... The thought has briefly flitted into my head. You have to take advantage of every thought that comes into your head. You're not going to get that many overall. Alright, so... now... head north. Divest myself of whales. Nope. So I do not experience whale insecurity at any point. I've done this layers of incorrect. Oh, I guess I didn't need any. I guess struggle is pointless. Alright, what was I doing? I was trying to get more fish farms, force more fish farms. Alright, part 1, force more fish farms. By taking the rare ingredients over and supplying the mall directly. So, right over here. Take that, just have it available. Take that and have it available. And you, and you. Oh, you made another. Nice. Alright, so we need stuff. We need laughter factories. And we need fish bowls, right? Yeah, that's not really enough. Alright, laughter factories. How many am I going to need? Probably all of them, right? Probably, that's probably fine. Probably, maybe. Maybe, certainly. Almost, probably. Why did I put this here after saying I wanted to move it down here? That's baffling, isn't it? Not really baffling when you take into account the individual at the controls. But for a normal person, that would be a very strange thing to happen. Alright. So you are making the fishes. And I think we've determined that this is overplaying. No, the output is not. Alright, so you have everything you need, only you don't make brains. So I guess we should pick those up for, you know, just tidiness. You have guts and skin and meat. No lard. You don't have lard, and you don't have brains. I suppose I have to pick them all up now, right? That's the most efficient way to do this. Yeah, like this. And then like this. And pick all these up, and then put the new set in, right? Does this make sense? Is this completely crazy? It's a pity that new bots are far away. It's a pity that I'm taking so long doing this. That's the real shame, I think. Alright, and you are making fish oil, double fish oil. Yeah, I really should be making more progress, but instead I'm just still building the North Factory again. Honestly shocked at how long it's taking. If I knew I would be 300 hours into the North Factory and I would still not be done, I would probably try to come up with a different plan. But the thing of it is, like, all of this rebuilding is in a way necessary too. Because of all the scaling issues I was having down south. And unlike some other people, I can't solve this problem by keeping the factory running all day long, because the biters will get to me. You don't solve throughput issues by just letting it run forever. At least I can't anyway. V, 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 H, 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 H. Okay, there you go. All connected. And then we need to do the same thing, right? So just kind of bam and bam. The laughing part of the factory, completely done. Nice. So, we have to get speakers in, right? In the way... Okay, the problem there is the speakers are a little north. But we can still make this work, right? We are reading from this belt. Right here. This entire tangle doesn't work. That works though. So copy that there. Okay, speakers go along that way. So, no, excuse me. This entire tangle has to exist. It's not cages, it's fish. We're just going to dump fish onto this belt and speakers onto this belt. Right? And then everything else that comes off of here, this is product. This is just a meat line right here. So it's going to come over and it's going to join this meat line right there. And I really wish I hadn't picked this line specifically. Well, we'll make it work. It's going to be a teensy bit ugly, but only a teensy bit. There's no need to have any preference there. All right, so all meat here is waste product. All of it. The only meat that really... Here, we should even input priority from this side. May that never be used. All right, so the actual product here is fish oil. Everything else does not matter. So how do we get the fish on the belt of fish? And I guess we just come up right here, right? This is a pure fish line. It comes up like so. Right there. Oh, that's a little not right. And the fish comes in and it's... We definitely have to input priority from the other side. because we need to have speakers on there as well. This is programmed for speakers and cages, but that's fine. All right, so the fish will come on, and fish are going to completely pack this belt. Maybe I should arrange for the fish to only be on one side and the speakers to only be on one side. I mean, the speakers will be on both sides right here, but we can reset over here, right? Yeah, here the speakers get dumped on exactly one side of the belt. And here, the fish, here, if we just move this right there, the fish will be dumped on exactly the other side of the belt. Perfect, right? Except we have to measure one more time. There we go. All these belt segments now report into this, which will do something, I suppose. That's for speaker regulation. Okay, let's go get our speakers. And to help the environment, to make this as pleasant an experience as possible for our dear beloved guests. Yeah, we're going to do this. We offer pleasant music while they undergo the process. And when they are finished with the process, they will forever carry the memory of the beautiful music with them to wherever they might go. They're not biters, so they probably go to someplace good. And just do that, I suppose. Right? That makes sense. And the speaker saw right there will go get speakers eventually. Okay, that's kind of perfect. And then you will come down here, and then we will have a limited run of speakers placed right here. And you will be limited based on reading the belts. So let's go get the wire up so that the news is available. So hop, 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 hop. Should probably think about taking a break soon. Where are we at? Yeah, it's time for break. Hop, hop, right there. And what we want is use filters, speakers. Okay, excuse me. Did this wrong again. Maybe I'll wrap up after this. Kind of a little tired. Speakers less than 100, right? And then right onto there. Great, right? And then it'll charge it all up. And that's on the wrong line, though. Oh. That's where the fish is going to be, right? No, the fish is going to be on the outside. That's perfect. Byakua's, the fish is, yeah, on the outside here. And then that's not perfect. That's the exact same place. Okay, fine. Like so, please. And then like so. Maybe you should only go one at a time. It probably doesn't matter, right? Okay, so speakers disgorged. Fish present. I think I'm going to probably call it here because we're getting very close to being able to start this up. I mean, obviously, we're not going to have all the fish tanks we need for a while, but we only have a few things left to do. Like, one thing we have to do is we have to bring all the ingredients in, right? So we have to task a bunch of whales. That's coming. That's acknowledged. Next thing we have to do is deal with all the waste products. Like, obviously, fish oil needs to go down to the tanks. But the fish hydrolase, I think we just treat it as waste for right now until I actually have a use for it. And then I'll bring it in probably with, well, maybe. Okay, here's what I'll do. I will put this into a receiver tank. and it will be available to the biofluid network, and then it will overflow and we'll process it here, probably to fertilizer, and fertilizer goes somewhere else. Okay, that's a good idea. Fish meal, I don't know what's going on with you. You're not going to be needed until deluxe workers' food. Maybe I just throw it into a normal caravan. No, I'm going to delay fish meal for right now. Maybe I'm going to have to do finally, like, okay, I need to get fish emulsion at some point. And if you get fish emulsion, you're gonna get fish meal with it. So I have to put in a full 4 caravan filter in order to do waste processing for fish meal. Primary fish meal, waste fish meal. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're done for right now. I'm going to wrap it up just a little bit early. And then we'll do more next time. We'll finish it off. Waste product processing, building acquisition. Let's go take a look at the buildings, actually. Once again, gaze upon my fish bowls. We have made 11. All right, so this is actually standing up reasonably quickly. We're now waiting for glass. And you know our rule. If you ever find yourself waiting for a specific item, it means there's not enough of it on the belt. We're up to 2K already. All right, 25K. Or 2,500. Alrighty. Alright, Aruski. Right there. What I need to do is kind of line this up. I don't know why it matters. Then get up to here. That's kind of perfect. I kind of did it perfectly. Look at the little pixels of the niobium down here. And then right on the side of the lake and right there. Okay, this is blessed. Screenshot. I take this screenshot. I choose you. All right, what did we do today? Well, we had a whole bunch of chores because I happened to look at the factory for once. It was a mistake. So a whole bunch of stuff breaking loose and had to be done. The big decision I made in the chore phase was to turn off most of the og slaughter because we were overwhelming the digestive system. We're just producing far too much meat. We have all the materials we need to make a lot of fish food, and that was the point. And so we're just going to run with this for the time being. Yeah, and then we started working on the fish stack right here. It looks like it's going to be more compact than the og stack, and that is good. There's really nothing to say about it. We had a big problem in that we didn't have any fish bowls, and we didn't have any fish bowls because we don't have a vital alloy right here. That's probably the title of the episode. Titanium-Niobium. And so we spent a lot of time running materials back and forth, packing that particular node of the mall full so it's weighting the leastest, trying to get the, 30? Yeah, 30 fish bowls we need. It's going to be a while. But I believe we have the entire process hooked up. It's less aesthetic than it was before with the ogs. Well, it's definitely going to get the job done. Yeah, and next time we're going to finish it off, turn it on. We're going to see fish oil going. We're going to produce fish. Fish is going to go back into fish food. Fish oil is... Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, never mind. It's fine. If it jams on fish oil, it's still going to make fish, and that is fine. Okay, I thought I wouldn't get fish if fish oil was jammed, and that's not going to happen, and that's fine. So, okay, good. And now, but it would jam because I wouldn't be able to make the fish eggs. I have to regulate all this as a primary fish oil producer, and this is a secondary fish oil producer. Highly annoying. Anyway, I'm going to try to remember that for tomorrow. Big hope is tomorrow we finally see antimony switch on because that's been weeks and weeks and weeks waiting. We built out this stack and we haven't seen it run and jump and live yet. but that's fine. And then after that, I either go immediately into gastrocapacitors up here, like I make zipirs and zipir eggs right here. That's not a terrible plan. And then with local zipir eggs and then stainless imported from the south and simple circuits imported from the south, we can make gastrocapacitors somewhere around here and then sever that link and, more importantly, have a local loop going. Yeah, I should do that thing. So okay, we get antimony going. We do zipirs. We do zipirs, and then a couple other things. We make nylon, and then we make the batteries. So it's going to be an entire day of assembling the parts, maybe 2, I don't know. And then we'll put in gastrocapacitors somewhere, and then that will be a critical link that's not going to be that will be severed from the south factory. And then after that, we turn our attention back to primary processing. I swore I was going to do gold next because there's synergy with the power down here. And then after that, I think I need to get cobalt. With cobalt, I'll have everything for stainless. And then after that, maybe like lithium, kimberlite processing for diamonds. That has to be done. Rare earth, that still hasn't been done. Uranium. Yeah, we're going to have to go to the next zoom level. Just like out, like that. That's all right. It's not offensive. Anyway, I am now done. Thank you all for watching. See you all around. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.